Our kids are in sports, which takes us out every night of the week. Our kids are in bedroom, which means we have very little privacy there. Honestly, I feel like our kids are our priority in life right now, and we're okay with that because they're only young once, and we want to make sure we get it right.
Okay, yeah.
What would you say? It would be interesting.
I think
I know what you'd say.
Well, what would you say?
I would say I think they both need to take a really hard look at
what happens
Mom the other night at the well said, anticipate your regrets.
Yeah.
I would say you got to look a lot further than the fact that they're just tiny right now.
Yeah.
And you think you're going to miss out on something.
Yeah, that's good.
Look down the road at what you're going to be cultivating in your kids.
Yeah.
By being okay with them being the priority in life.
That's good.
There's so many ramifications that are coming, not just for your children, but for your marriage.
Yep.
Because when your children are gone, heads up, wife, you won't know what to do.
Yep.
Because you haven't been prioritizing your husband all along the way. So when all of a sudden the kids are gone, then we're going to get in a scenario like we did before, where you're a mother-in-law who is in her kids' business because that's how you've always been, and that's been your priority.
So you ruined your marriage by misprioritizing your kids, and then with that mispriority, you now start ruining your kids' marriage.
Yeah, totally. So it's just look ahead a little further is what I would say.
Yep.
Look ahead a little further. Your kids are in your bed. Well, I don't know. Do you want to have a good marriage and a good sex life? I don't know. If you don't, fine. Keeping them there and let it be just a free for all.
Yep.
If you want some practical help, well, you're going to have to figure that out. And obviously they need some alignment.
You're
there.
discipling your kids in the wrong things.
Yeah.
You're giving them a terrible picture of marriage, and they go into their marriage.
Yeah.
You're setting yourself up to be a meddling, busybody parent.
Yes.
That requires enmeshment from your children to stay in your broken, fused, dysfunctional family system. And sex is covenant renewal. Mm-hmm. So if you're sacrificing a strong, healthy, vibrant, regular, consistent, wild, joy-filled sex life, you're literally not renewing your covenant, and your covenant's getting weaker and weaker and thinner and cooler and cooler. Mm-hmm. So if you're not stoking the fire and you practice that for 20 years, you may get to the end of parenting and realize you got no fire left.
Right.
And what we have seen in thousands of hours of crisis marriage counseling situations and 25 years of pastoring people, what we have seen is divorce doesn't happen year 3. Divorce happens about year 20 to 25.
Right.
And that correlates to children leaving the home.
Right.
And so they made the error that this couple is making, thinking they're being nice to their kids, and then their kids leave and they realize they have a shell of a marriage, and they're like, what the hell happened? Well, hell happened. You pulled hell up into your marriage by violating the laws of heaven.
Yes.
And you can't do that. And so and here's the crazy thing, you spent the whole time telling your kids that we're Christians and that and you know God is first, and then you twisted God's law and God's principles, and you put your kids first, and then they leave your home, and you have a shell of a marriage, and you get divorced. You just ruin your kids' faith too, because for 20 plus years you've been telling them we're Christians and this is how we do it, and then you violate your marriage. Some walk away from the faith. You divorce your wife, and your kids go, if that's what Christianity is, I don't want any part of it.
Right.
Screw that.
Right.
So this couple needs a bucket of water in the face to regroup on their priorities, lest they disciple their children with hell.
Yeah. Amen.
Other than that,
you don't have anything to say about it?
I've got no opinion on the matter.
Yeah.
Hey, if you enjoyed that clip, you can click here to listen to the full podcast, or click in the link below and go wherever you listen to podcasts. And we're here, we're there, we're everywhere. Hopefully you can find us. And if you'd like some more free resources, you can head to strongermannation.com.